Hi, I'm Bob with Whole Earth Harvest, and I wanted to talk to you and share with you about Oregon truffles, Oregon black truffles and Oregon white truffles. So today what we have here is a few pounds of the Oregon white truffles. And when you look at an Oregon white truffle, you'll see that they're not all just white. There are some that are fairly white in color on the outside, and some that are fairly dark in color on the outside, almost a brown or orange brown. These are actually quite good. They're very ripe, and so don't be afraid of an Oregon white truffle that's brownish on the outside. Here's one of the larger ones that I have in this particular box, and they occasionally will have little holes where the little insects will eat on them. Voles and mice will dig up Oregon white truffles. It's one way to find them, and because they're, that's how you know they're good to eat, because the other wildlife are actually after them as well. And so how you tell a good Oregon white truffle from a bad is a combination of things. One thing would be that they're not too soft or spongy or wet type of thing. These are all nice and firm, and they do have some holes in them. Again, it's not a problem. If you don't mind that, everybody knows that Oregon white truffles are going to have occasionally a little insect hole in there, but that does not make them not ripe and not good. If you want to check for ripeness on an Oregon white truffle, what you're going to want to do is you can use a knife. I don't have one handy, so I'm going to just break a piece off. And you'll see that it's a marbled color. Inside, you want to see that darker marble coloring to it. If it's pure white, then it's not very ripe, usually. And then the other thing is just the smell. It'll have almost an ammonia kind of smell to it. And some people have more sensitivity to that than others. When you have the whole volume of them together, that's when you particularly notice that aroma that you're looking for in an Oregon white truffle. If an Oregon white truffle begins to go bad on you, it'll get wet and sweating. It'll be soft, and you might be able to use it if it's not too far gone. A good truffle stink, so to speak, is a nice strong flavor that you may or may not like. If you're a truffle lover, you'll love it. But you'll know if it's bad because it's got kind of a bad stink to it. We have a natural affinity for that type of thing. So Oregon white truffles can be large, medium, and small. We try to get anything as small size of a dime, all the way up to a golf ball size. So here we have some Oregon black truffles, and on the Oregon black truffles, some of these are actually starting to go bad, and I wanted to show you that because it's something to look for. If you have a truffle that is beginning to sweat and develop this watering thing, especially on this side, they're starting to go bad, and the smell of those isn't just a strong truffle smell. It's actually kind of a stinky smell that is not very good, not very pleasant. A good sign of a truffle is the marbling inside. An Oregon black truffle should have that black and white marbling on the inside of it. And these here are typically a little larger than the Oregon white truffles. And what you can do, if you have a truffle that you get, these ones here, we're going to be washing them, drying them, and then freezing them for our frozen truffles, because they're right at that verge that they're starting to turn. You can freeze truffles. Some people, you like them frozen, and you can use them in butters and flavoring, things like that. But you can take the truffle and you can wash it with a vigorous spray, a hose and a spray nozzle, and you can wash that off. And sometimes they're gone too far and you can't save them, but a lot of times you can wash a bad spot off of them and then wipe that off and make sure you still have a nice firm truffle, and you can use that. There's little mushroom flies that like the black truffles, especially when they start to go bad, and a couple of those are flying around here as well. But the Oregon truffles and the white and the black are found more in the central area of, they're found all the way from the southern areas all the way up to the northern areas of Oregon. But the main area of finding Oregon black truffles are in the central coast range of the Oregon Coast Range. Okay, so we've talked about the Oregon truffles, the Oregon black truffles, and the Oregon white truffles. There is also a number of other variety of truffles that are available. Right now, the main truffle that's available other than the Oregon truffles is a winter black truffle that comes from Europe. That's available on our website as well at wholeearthharvest.com. There's some other truffles that are available. The more expensive and the highly sought after Alba white truffle that are an Italian white truffle. Though that season has just ended, they're a high dollar truffle. And then is also known as a French Périgord truffle. There's an Italian summer black truffle that later becomes the Italian Burgundy truffle. Trying to think of some other varieties. If I'm forgetting some, forgive me, but I think that's most of the variety of the truffles that are available. Those are all on our website at wholeearthharvest.com, and you can order them in various quantity sizes from 2 ounces all the way up to pound or 2 or more if you like. On there you'll find other wild mushrooms and other cultivated mushrooms as well. So again, if you want to look at what we have for our truffles, go to wholeearthharvest.com.